Hello everyone. So this video is to explain how to make some simple edits to graphics that you see. I'm using Zoom to do this, but you don't need to do that, so don't worry about that. So the first thing you need to do is to find the image that you're trying to edit. So I've downloaded the one that Kelly sent over, this one over here, just to use it as an example. The first step you'll have to do is to save it onto your Google Drive. I have my Google Drive open over here. And I'm just going to drag it over to a place that I know. You want to drag it basically over to a place that you can find. When you right click on it, so it doesn't matter where you put it, just put it somewhere that you can see. And you're going to right click and see Open With, DocHub, PDF, Sign, and Edit. So this is very helpful for even if you don't have a paid version of signing electronically, you'll see that it's pulled up the image. And of course, this is just a tutorial, so it's not going to look perfect, but it's just to give you a sense that without much training or any payments of what you can do just with Google Drive. So for this one, for example, let's just pretend I want to get rid of all of this. You'll see that with what I highlighted, there was a part that said whiteout, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and white out a couple pieces. All of this is not our brokerage, so I might want to remove that as well, right? So I've removed any marketing from other companies, and I've just taken this now, right? So then the next thing is that I want to know what file I'm going to bring in, so what image I'm looking for. So for example, I'm going to go into what I have as some of our basic graphics. So I have probably something that's what we'll want on there is the King's Key logo. I'm on a Mac, so if I spacebar, it just shows me what it is, just in case anybody is also using a Mac. If you just drag and drop, it should actually just show up. So that just makes it quite simple for you. And then, whoops, that just made a mistake there. Okay, so it's still on the eraser sign, which is why it's giving me a hard time. So make sure that if you want to move anything, it's a bit tricky with this thing, but you see this blue box here. You can move and drag if you come into this, this area. That deletes it. That will help you move it around, right? So let's say I want to use this. I'm just going to drag it over to, let's say, here. I want it to be centered. Notice how this doesn't stick the way that it should. So I'm going to just make sure I'm going to watch. I haven't found a way to lock it yet. Oh, I did. So if you hold the shift button, it will keep the original dimension for you, right? And of course, this is not the prettiest design, but we're just doing it for an example. So here it is right now. I'm going to make it a bit smaller so I can actually see the full graphic. So just as an example, of course, this is a bit too big. So I'm going to maybe, let's say I make it a bit smaller, but then I center it, right? Let's pretend it's there, or if I want, I could even put it down here. And let's say, just to balance out the way it looks, I'm also going to include an image down here. Oh, where did it go? Hold on one second. I'll grab another one. So again, if I go to the edges here and I click Shift, it will keep the dimensions for me. And I'm going to drag it over to a corner that makes sense to me. So in this situation, I'm going to have it flush to the corner or close to the corner. It's close to the end there. And then because I don't want all of this space, I might actually just want a portion of it. What you can do is screenshot. Everybody's laptop may be a little bit different as to how you screenshot. I'm on Mac again, so for me it's Command-Shift-4. And then I can just drag what it is that I want, right? So it'll look like that. All of my files that I screenshot go to my desktop or all my files, so I can just find it there. And there we go. So now I've created a graphic that looks, it's a little bit blurry, but that's just because of the original image was low quality. Notice how this is very crisp because it was of higher quality. So you do want to make sure you get images that are appropriate and sharp. But that's basically in a nutshell how it works. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If by any chance you're working on a different laptop or hardware, so you're using anything other than a Mac, you can always Google it as to how to screenshot. So always should be quite easy to find a quick answer. And that's pretty much it. So that's kind of without having to learn any graphic design, how you might be able to create graphics very easily. Thank you.